Watercolor tubes or watercolor pans? Which are the best for absolute beginners? Do you have something that you prefer? I'd like to know down below in the comments. Are you someone who uses exclusively tubes? Do you use just pans, or do you use some sort of mix of both? For all of you beginners out there, I'm sure you're familiar with what is called watercolor pans, which is watercolor hardened into these cakes, basically, that you can pick watercolor up from. And we've seen these probably going back to when we were kids. But what you might be a little less familiar with is that you can buy them in tubes, and it's sort of wet at this point. It's not dried down. You can either use it wet or you can dry it down into a pan and make your own little pan that you can dip in and out of as you wish. This, I think, in the long run, usually is more economical to buy the tubes. But, well, I'm gonna tell you a story that I think kind of illustrates how I feel about the situation. One of the art classes that I've taken 3 watercolor classes. In the third one, the instructor asked everybody to buy from a list of approved supplies. And on that list was basically like a split primary set of watercolor tubes. So that means a warm yellow, a cool yellow, a warm red, a cool red. She wanted everyone to work from tubes, and then she wasn't too specific about the kind of palette that you were supposed to use, but it was going to be an open palette that was going to be hard to take with you. So I completely disagreed with this approach, and luckily I had enough beginner experience and beginner class experience to know that actually these pans were going to be enough for me in class because, well, okay, I'll explain it. So when we got to this class, what had happened was she was getting everybody to decant a little bit of each tube on whatever palette that they had purchased, and people came with a variety of different palettes, mostly just open ones. I don't know how else to describe it, like something with a bunch of little wells that is open to the elements, no lid for it to dry. And we weren't encouraged even to keep these at the studio. It was something that we were going home with. And she wasn't teaching people how to dry it. It was just like, here, use this fresh. And so what was happening, to my horror, at the end of class is that people didn't know what to do with the wet paint on their palette. And some of them had put like big toothpaste-sized globs on their palettes and they washed them down the drain. I mean, on a number of levels, I was like shocked. But anyway, so personally, I didn't think that was a great practice. I think that it would have been easier if she told everybody just to buy like watercolor pans and as beginners learn to work from there at the very least, because you can just close it and take it home with you, but also because I don't believe they were getting any kind of benefit from squeezing out a large amount of paint from a tube that they were not going to use in the class, and that they were not learning how to dry down, how to reconstitute. It just felt to me like just such a huge waste. And just interrupting myself here to say that one thing that I'm not getting into in this video, but really is probably a good idea for another video, is that you're not supposed to wash watercolor, fresh watercolor down the drain, and you're not really supposed to put your dirty paint water down the drain either. So I just opened a can of worms here accidentally. I'm gonna see if I can find a better video describing how to deal with these, and I will link it down below if I can find it. And if you know one, please do leave it down below in the comments. I am glad that I never went the tube route that time. I still think the best thing for beginners is just to start with a really simple pan. I've talked about this before. This is just my Cotman set. This was perfectly adequate for the longest time when I was starting out. It was inexpensive and it's still going. I've been using it since my very first class pretty much. And that was, you know, a couple years ago. So some of them I've had to refill, and we can talk about that. So the cool thing about pans is if you're getting something like Cotman, these are Winsor & Newton Cotman, which is a beginner level paint, you can actually just top it up by buying the tube. And so I loved the color Permanent Rose so much that I just bought the tube. And when there was nothing left in here, I just added to it, right? You'll see it's right in there. But let's talk about whether you can ever get to pro level, never using tubes at all. I am actually not qualified to speak on that. And I am sort of talking about a bit of a debate that I do see here. Like, can you ever get to a pro level if you're just painting out of pans? Does that mean you're only working on amateur hour from here on in? I can't say whether that is true or not. I don't work professionally. So here I am in my studio, and just behind me you'll see some original designs of my own. Of course, I'm not a professional. I am just like a confident beginner, but I've done a lot of studies from other people here on YouTube. I'm just like you. I watch people make beautiful paintings, and then I want to do them along with them as well. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody start from fresh. I think everybody that I've watched is using either a pre-purchased like palette of pre-purchased type colors, or they filled their own palettes using watercolor tubes, but it's dried down. So what I'm saying is all the tutorials that I've done have all been watching YouTube artists use dried down paints. I've never seen or done any fresh ones. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying that I'm following pros, like professional artists, and either for reasons of simplicity or their own preference, they're painting from dry paint, not the fresh, wet paint. I don't think that I've upskilled myself immensely using tubes. For me, this is just more of something that is a replacement for a color that I really love. So just a very quick demo of what this looks like fresh. It's already wanting to blob up, you'll see there. And this is a dirty palette, I'm sorry, this is just what was at hand. But when it's wet, it kind of looks like that, like fresh paint, which is what it is. So you can work with it like that and it will be extremely potent, and you can really water it down to get whatever exact tint you want. Whereas when you're working from the dry palettes, you're always reconstituting, so it's a little bit different. It will not be as potent as this so readily. But is that necessary to reach a professional level? I mean, I don't think so, because, well, I've seen lots of professional artists here paint and they're not necessarily painting from fresh. I don't own a set of watercolor tubes. I love the pans. My favorite brand, Szmal, a small Polish paint maker that makes just watercolor, only makes pans. Now, if this company started making tubes, I think I would be buying a whole bunch of them. I would love to repurchase so many and just refill the ones that I have, but that is not the case. And you have a company like Rosa Galleries, or Rosa Gallery, I always get it wrong, and they too are just exclusively pans. So some of these professional level watercolor paints only just come in pans. They actually don't come in tubes. That's not a choice. I'm not trying to discourage you from buying tubes. I just don't think that you have to be able to get to a pro level by using tubes. I just think that it's a really cool thing to experiment with, because if you've never used watercolor, it's just so wet. I don't know, obviously, but it's just kind of a different experience using it fresh out of the tube. Whether you're gonna enjoy that or not, I don't know. But maybe just buy a couple. I don't know why it has to be an all or nothing thing. Like, you can have these, and then if there's colors you really love, or you wanna buy, I don't know, Moon Glow, which is like a super popular one. Maybe you wanna buy a tube of it. Maybe you're going through green like crazy and you need to get like a sap green or a hooker's green, because if you paint a lot of flowers and a lot of leaves, a consistent thing is you're gonna need a lot of green for stems for leaves. So the bottom line here is that if you're a beginner, I think that the pans are a great place to start. The tubes have a little bit, not of a learning curve, but they have a few different ways that you can use them, which is great. You might want to use it fresh, you might want to dry it down in a palette, but there's a little bit of finickiness that maybe you don't care that much about. Because if you're a complete beginner, you may evolve in 6 months, a year. You may not strictly be doing watercolor anymore, and so maybe just the one set is enough. So I'm someone who's kind of naturally always trying to minimize the amount of things that I'm purchasing. I don't know, some people enjoy having an abundance of things, and I personally find it kind of stressful. I like constraint, not just in watercolor stuff. I actually have another channel called Field Notes, where I talk about like gentle minimalism over there. It's just kind of who I am. It's kind of my ethos. It's kind of how my brain likes to work. I think it's okay to buy tubes little by little. And again, some companies don't have them at all, so it's not even an option. And I wouldn't want you to deny yourself checking out Szmal paints or Rosa Gallery because you just have this thing where you only buy tubes and that's professional and everything else is garbage. Like, that is not true at all. It's not just like pros use tubes, as far as I know. There's so many things I'm missing out on. So I know that I've missed out on some key factors. I would love to hear from you down below what those are. A lot of you who watch this channel are absolute beginners, but then a lot of you are far ahead of me in my path to learning watercolor. So I'd like to hear your take on what I've said. All right, thanks for watching. We'll leave it off there. We'll see you on the next video. Let me know what your preference is below. Tubes, pens, or a mix of both.